What's up guys, Starverse89 here, and today I'm back with another episode. As you see, we are on the pad here at the start of a brand new episodic Kerbal series, but I'm assuming you already know that considering the title. So, hold on, I'm trying to get to my science experiment. So today, we're going to be starting off our space program with our launch. This is the, I think it was called the Vajor. Something like that. And it is a rocket from one of my other saves, or my other non-YouTube save, that I thought was a really cool looking rocket, and it did its job well, so I thought I would put it into the series as our first launch, just like I did in the other save that I did. So basically, this thing's goal: fly up, collect science, come back down. It uses a modified redstone rocket stage using the A7 booster, as well as some science experiments put in the nose cone, and a detachable like guidance core, if you get what I mean. So yes, that is basically all that there is with this rocket. Alright, so there's not really much to this launch, as opposed to the other things I will be doing. We have to fire at a pretty low throttle because the redstone engine is actually too strong for what we're using right now. And we also don't have any telemetry yet, so we have to read it off of this little chart here. Because I do have MechJeb installed, which essentially gives you some extra features. And this is kind of all I have to read out my apoapsis. You can see it here. So we're going to hit an altitude of, I think, 30 kilometers, and then we're going to cut our engine, and then separate the payload. There we go. And then, for the separation. Okay, well that was rather anticlimactic, but we have separated the payload successfully. This rocket is essentially kind of a V1, V2 ballistic missile looking rocket. So it did its job. We're going to observe the mystery goo in high atmosphere, and then we can get rid of this. The parachute should deploy no problem, unless we are moving too fast, which we might actually be moving too fast. Well, it appears recovery is not going to happen this time. Uh-oh. Okay, well that didn't really go as well as I wanted it to because I forgot one crucial part of this launch. You have to open the fairing before getting close. I think I also had to keep the engine, so I think that was my bad. But you guys get to watch the launch again. Okay, and there you have it, the second attempt at launching. I forgot to select my mystery goo. There we go. And of course get our orbit info, which is technically not an orbit because this thing is not capable of that. Although, I guess it might be if you added a solid fuel booster, but I don't think we'll be modifying the Vajor design very much from what I made in my other save. Because honestly, this rocket is really cool in and of itself, and I don't think we need to change it up. So this first launch is just going to test our capabilities and what we can do as a as a space program, because, well, we need funding from the Kerbal government to you know, do our stuff. And without funding, we're kind of dead in the water, as you can probably assume. However, it looks like this launch is going a lot better than the last one. We are going to flip around with the help of a little bit of gimbaling from this redstone booster. Or it's going to not rotate around at all. There we go. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to wait. Use that booster to slow us down a little bit. Keep us rotated backwards. Or not. You know what? I'm sure it'll be fine if we just rearrange it once we get there. The payload only separates after, and I forgot that it's not supposed to separate during flight. Okay, it's not separating. Well, this appears to be another predicament. We are going to deploy the fairing this time, and the mystery goo and the parachute just flew out the top. What is going on with this? What on earth happened to the camera? Oh, there it is. So the parachute, like, fell off for some reason. And now it's plummeting. You know what? I think we'll just skip to the number 2. Well, as you saw, that launch ended in complete disarray and the death of our vehicle. Unfortunate to say the least, but that is not great. I think what we're going to actually do is we are going to add retro boosters to slow us down. We don't need it to be insanely powerful, but we need a little bit of something to slow us down. I think... oh, these are really slow. Not fast enough, I should say. We added the retro boosters. We will face them out just ever so slightly. Like so. If it wants to be nose heavy, that's fine. We will just add these little boosters here. And they will keep us from going too fast, I would hope. I'm hoping this works. Honestly, I don't know if this is going to be enough. But I guess we'll see. Alright, and here we are on the pad. So again, we gotta grab our science container and the mystery goo. Mystery goo and the film camera is what I meant to say. So, unfortunately, this was supposed to be the high atmosphere experiment, but we had to push it forward because Vajor 1 kind of died multiple times. So we're gonna attempt that again and go for 50 kilometers instead of 30. And then Vajor 2.3 will be launched, I guess. 2.5, we'll say. And then, yeah, so we're a little behind schedule now. Government's not too happy with our design. They're kind of ignoring us right now. So we gotta kick it into high gear and hope that this is enough. Our payload can separate now, I'm pretty sure. And I don't think we'll have any problem with re-entry. We are going a bit fast, though. Not built to go that quick. And cut. Separate and decouple. We got stuck on the booster again. Here we're just gonna try and rotate it, try and flip the probe core off of the booster. There we go. Our Kerbal series will start out a little slow, and it's been a while since I did it, so I didn't really know what to talk about. So this episode might be a bit of rambling, but as it has already been clear. But I will get back into the groove of things. This is just the start with our early rockets, and there is a little bit of lore to this. Because, you know, the company's not incredibly happy with how things are going so far. So there's that. We are going to arm the chute and then prepare to fire those retro rockets. In fact, we're going to do that now. Deploy that. Okay, I forgot about that. Buy parachute. Okay, well, it's gone. Again. And it didn't sound like it deployed. Or that might have been the booster, actually. I have no idea what's going on with that, but maybe more than minor difficulties. Where is the probe core? And has the chute deployed? Oh, yep, it has. I think that's it down there. So, I don't know what's happening with the probe core, but it's for some reason, like, separating from the experimentation unit. This was not happening last time. It shows the parachute, okay, and then it just blew up for some reason. Where is the probe core? Oh, there it is. And it crashed into the ground again. Alright, Vajor 2.5. Please, I swear, work. I swear to you guys, this rocket was actually functioning when I launched into my other save. You guys can definitely trust me on that. Whatever, we'll just be like the Soviet Union. We'll just put its name as Cosmos. Well, it appears we ran out of fuel a bit early. Not intended, but I guess it is what it is. We're gonna take our photographs. I forgot to take them on the pad again. But that's fine. We'll just observe the mystery goo and get the last of the film. Looks like we have separated there, and we are not going to deploy the fairing this time. And hopefully that should fix things. I don't know why this rocket is being so problematic all of a sudden. It was not this bad before, but I guess times change. Ultimately, this should be enough to slow it down. You need to fire them in high atmosphere because the engines are too weak to fire at surface level. That did not slow us down very much, but that should be enough for the chute to deploy, right? Yep, that was enough. And Vajor has slowed down enough that it will not crash into the ground and explode. And touchdown. August 1st, 1950. Our space program has finally and successfully launched a rocket that did not blow up on impact. After 3 failed attempts, a science capsule was finally retrieved. And valuable data about our universe and our planet has been obtained. Alright, and we're back at the Space Center. We obtained 37 science points. Well, 37.4. And now our next goal is to escape the atmosphere and orbit Kerbin, which is the job of Vajor 3. Which we already have, but first we need to unlock the engineering points. And just for funsies, we'll get some stability. And launch stands. So that brings us to Vajor 3. Now, it's essentially the same thing, but with a second stage stack on it. Essentially allowing for a small satellite with an inbuilt guidance unit to be launched into space. Which I think we already have here. It appears we're missing something. Oh yes, we're missing the truss. I think I should have unlocked the science part instead of stability. I think I may have screwed myself over. However, yeah, everything's reliant on that, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of modification here and add the Mariner 2 truss instead. Yeah, I kind of screwed myself over there. That's fine though, because yeah, we'll just add some more parts on there. We are going to return this as opposed to the last one, because last time it was a whole nother mission. It was number 4 that returned. But because we want to push ahead the schedule a little bit, we will just make a number 3 do it. Now this is supposed to be just an orbital mission with no return, but because we fell so far behind with the amount of times we crashed, definitely not due to human error, we need to rush and put together our stuff because the government is not happy with us right now. We are still failing pretty hard. However, not to worry. We just need to modify this rocket a little bit more. Add a parachute. I guess we don't really need the fairing. And there we go. Vajor 3. Extremely basic and hopefully enough. Oh, we also need to add some retro boosters. Here we go. Those retro boosters will act as our return unit. And then everything in the staging should be good already. This needs to be disabled. Alright, that looks good for the staging, and I think Vajor 3 is ready. However, unfortunately today I am running a bit short on time. It's been a bit busy today, so my normal recording cannot be long, so I'm sorry about that. This is just the starter episode for Kerbal. You will be seeing it again maybe not next week. We're either gonna do another Satisfactory or move on to War Thunder again. It depends. But thanks for watching this episode. Sorry it was a little hectic. Not a great mindset to record today, but I will see you guys next week with another episode that's hopefully more coherent. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys next time.